Shake and Bacons! Happy Friday. I'm up before the pig poops here. Cute little fall mug. Alrighty friends, so we're going to get ready pretty quick. We have to go pick up my black truck from the dealership. So Pat is off of work right now, so we're able to go do that during the day. And I may like stumble into Hobby Lobby. So let's do that. And then I have to come home and get some office work done, package up some orders, all of that. I have little mismatched boxes, like the little nuggets I have to ship out and everything like that. So, all right, this is our Uplift Beauty Oil. That little bean is so wild this morning. It's like already ready to play toys. Come here, Taters. Are you playing toys? You were? You having fun? What are you doing? Playing toys? All right, so that was our Uplift Beauty Oil. This is like Botox in a bottle, and then we're gonna use our Glowplexion serum here. I know, good morning, buddy. Whew. I could have slept for a little bit longer this morning, but I wanted to get up and about and go get that truck early, so had to be up, hopping at 'em and ready to rock and roll. We just like stayed up a little bit later last night. We've been watching this show on, I think, Netflix called Hightown. We don't have that many more like episodes or like seasons or whatever left, whatever they're called. Episodes in the season maybe. So we've just been like buzzing through that ever since we watched Hunting Wives. Then we just like have been watching this one since. This is our like little eye boogie there that I literally cannot get. Our eye cream. I forgot that I brought a bunch of Q-tips in here. And there's been days where I've like needed them, but I'm like, oh, I don't have one in here. Well, forgot that I brought it in. Good morning, guys. Good morning. All right, and then we're gonna do some Glowplexion moisturizer. So do you guys have anything fun planned for the weekend or anything? We just have a little like get together cookout thing tomorrow at a friend's house, starting at like 2. So we'll have to get some stuff around the house done in the morning. Good morning, Dana. So last night, of course, like I washed my hair, exfoliated, tanned, all the things. It just felt good. I've been using this new self tanner that I discovered. It's not like super dark. It just like gives you this really nice like natural kind of glow. So I want to wait till I finish this whole bottle so then I can let you know like my thoughts on it. So, oh my goodness, Dana, I would be so tired. I would need all the coffee. That's gotta be rough. Oofda. All right, we'll let that soak in a little bit. And then you guys, our free product of the next couple of days until Monday is our Illuminating Glow Primer. It is amazing. So I just do like a pump and a half, And I put this on after my skincare, but before I put on any of my makeup. So this is going to help create a barrier between your skin so that it's not soaking in, your makeup isn't soaking into your skin. So you want to give this a good little while to soak in before you put any of your foundation on. And it just like gives you a nice little glow underneath as well. Good morning, Mom. It is so dark outside. The sun isn't even like coming up yet, maybe a little bit. So we'll probably be out of the house pretty early today. We're going to get my other truck because it's done. I have the keys. We just have to go pick it up. But since Pat's off work, we're like, okay, well, let's do it today and just get up and moving and grooving and ready to go. So we might get to see the elk this morning. So usually there's like a field. It's like not even a half mile from our house. Like we walked down to the field last night just to see like if the elk were there. It was like 81 degrees, so I think it was just too hot for them and it was a little too early. They usually come out right before sunset and then they come out like right after sunrise. So we'll have to see if we can see them today. It's just always so freaking cool to see them. And last night when we were walking, you could see like all their rubs on all the different trees and things like that, and just like their path that they have like broken through all the stuff. Okay, so this is our Serum Plus foundation. I've just been using this lately, like for the past couple of days. My little doodad dropper is broken and there's not a ton left in here, so I'm just dumping it over on this makeup plate. But that's probably a little too much, but we'll make it work. I had to go to the chiropractor yesterday. I got acupuncture, so I believe I wore this foundation yesterday, and it actually lasted really good, considering having, you know, like your face on the pillow thing for, I was there for like an hour. Good morning, Lexi. All right, so I'm just taking the kabuki brush and blending it in. But our weather has been so nice here. I'm just like soaking it up because like our fall can be like not great sometimes. So just soaking it all in. It was my birthday like a week ago, and I always feel like the weather around my birthday is pretty good. It's like my favorite because the leaves are like turning, you can smell them. It just is so good. So we went on a walk last night, and there's just a bunch of like apple trees like in the ditch, and there's like a bunch of woods and field and things like that. So there was one like right on the side of the road, and I was like, I'm just gonna borrow 2 apples from you. Oh, we'll have so much fun, Faye. Have a blast. Are you taking your new horse? That's always a trail ride that I've like heard of, and they've talked about, like, you know, and like we were in 4-H and things like that, and me and my dad had talked about and stuff, but just something that we never like decided to do. There was people in our group that did it before, but we went on like a 6-7 mile trail ride last weekend, and it was like perfect, like just enough, not too much. My legs definitely hurt after. Alright, so there's gonna be some left on that makeup plate that I'll have to like, excuse me, wipe off. My nose is like, I don't feel sick, it's just like, I think from all the whatever outside. Yeah, last night after we went for a walk, we just hung out on the deck for how many hours, just chilling. I let the chickens and ducks out because I have to, when I let them out, I have to watch them because we have a lot of critters around. And actually one of like, I guess like you could say like our neighbors, you guys, this hair came up to me yesterday in the grocery store and told me that there's a pack of wolves by our house. So he's like, just be super careful. And I was like, oh geez. So I'm a little bit more careful. Not even if he didn't tell me that there was wolves, I still would be careful with like the chickens and the ducks and stuff. And Sterling was out like trying to herd them in. I like blended this side in like a little too much. I just need like a little deeper contour. So we're going to Hobby Lobby today. I got a gift certificate for my birthday. So and Pat said, let's go pick up your black truck. I was like, okay. Oh my gosh, you guys, this hair, where is it? I can feel it, but I can't see it. I think I may have gotten it, I'm not sure. But yeah, so we just kind of hung out on the deck and let the chickens and the ducks roam around, do their thing, peck and eat whatever they wanted to eat off the ground. And yeah, so then they went inside when they were done with their adventures, and I just locked them up in the chicken coop last night. So it was good. Filled the horse tank last night. Just got a bunch of good like chores done. And then this is cinnamon latte from the Bare You all-in-one color stick, and the other one was chocolate souffle. So this is more of like the blush color. I like to use this for more like fall, winter kind of vibes, and then the other one for, I usually use like juicy apricot, or there was like blush beach. I have a few different ones. Just kind of depends. Maybe we do want to go like a little bit more blush today. Let's see what else we can find in here. No, peony pink's too bright. Or like bright, I meant, not bright. Haas is still in the shower. I'm fairly certain I have to be ready like in not too many minutes, but it's fine. It's kind of like similar color. This is Blush Beach, the other one that I was talking about. Oh my goodness, yeah, that's scary. Yeah, you just never know when those critters are lurking, like hawks and everything like that. Yeah, my parents have a super small dog, so we always have to watch out for that. If she's hanging out outside with us. All right. Yeah, so yesterday I had my acupuncture. It went pretty good. There was a couple places where it like really tinged pretty bad that I was like, ooh. But it was good. I was tired after, but not like insanely tired. And I think it was just like the weather giving me energy as well, that I'm like, my brain was like, you can't be tired. You have to like go out and soak up the sunshine. So yeah, we went for a walk and hung out outside. We were going to ride the horses, but I was like, I just really just want to like sit on the deck and like enjoy this and just chill. So that was nice. So yeah, I'm hoping that it helps. I had 68 needles in me yesterday. So I had my chiropractor take a picture because I was like, I need to see what this looks like. I told him, I was like, I need to show my mom. I don't even think I sent her the picture yet, but I sent her the picture the last time, so I was like, I'll look like a porcupine. All right, so this is our Prime Set Powder. So this is gonna help to set my makeup, but yet keep it hydrated. Excuse me. Do this down into my neck. The barn cat's doing good. We actually saw him in the kitty flesh 2 days ago. He was on the side of the fence when we were going horseback riding, and he ended up like jumping up and running. He's feral, of course, so we don't like, I'm not able to like snuggle him or anything. I wish I could, but I was talking to him. I was like, hi Watson Leroy. I said, I'm your mom. But it was so funny because we had just done family fall pictures. Like I just took them on my phone, just set a timer kind of thing. And I was like, buddy, you could have been in the family pictures. Like you were literally just, he was like 50 feet away from like where we took the pictures. I'm like, he was in there in spirit. But yeah, Sterling saw him and kind of like chased him, but then she's like, oh, what? She's like thinking like, oh, I should chase him because it's like something running, but then she's like, oh, I know that's the barn cat. I'm not supposed to chase cats. She was just like so good. Good morning, Heather. So this is our Pocket Palette in Red Romance and then Sisterly Blush. I'm just kind of doing a little Combaruski, and then I have something else to add to that I kind of discovered yesterday. But this weekend is going to be so warm that we're like debating like tomorrow should we go on the boat for a little bit, but I also need to like do stuff in the garden, like take the tomato plants out, even though like every night I have this big like swimming pool in the well, it's like a kiddie pool, not like a big swimming pool, inside of the chicken coop, and I just put any kind of like scraps in there that they can eat. So if we like last night we made pineapple chicken tacos, so like any of like the tomato stuff, the peppers, cilantro, anything, obviously not the onion, but and not the chicken that we put in there, but just like any scraps like that, or if we have like bread heels or whatever that we're able to like, you know, put in there. And I had a bunch of like zucchinis, like of course, like you guys know if you've had a garden, like they're just like a bajillion zucchinis everywhere, like you cannot give them away. And like some cucumbers, everything. So I've just been like throwing it in that big kiddie pool for them, and they just like jump in there and just like go crazy and eat it. My mom had given us a bunch of like bread and stuff like that, and they just like love it. Okay, so I'm trying something kind of like new. I'm in my purging era. So usually like the change of the seasons, I'll like go through my house and purge things. So like all of like my shampoos, I'll go through like, what am I using? What am I not? You know, like my hair products, whatever. So I'm kind of going through my makeup, and I'm just like, hey, like if I'm not using it, like we gotta do something about it. Either start using it or get rid of it. So I found this is a very old like pressed powder, I guess, but we still have pressed powder. It's just not broken like this and a little bit different. The shade is Chenille, so it's a darker one. Of course, this is like a foundation for somebody who has darker skin, but I'm using it as a contour, kind of like a powder bronzer essentially. So we're just doing it kind of like where I'd want to be like a little bit more, I think what the kids call it nowadays is snatched. I cut some of it up, but that's kind of like the fun of it for them, is they get to like rip it up. And usually the zucchinis I don't really cut up, I just like probably sounds like very brutal, but like I just put them on the ground and like stomp my foot on the zucchini and then just like and then they just like eat it. So, but of course like the stuff from inside we cut up, like the peppers or whatever. It's just kind of like the guts that they get of the peppers. All right, I'm like loving this because it's just like a nice little like little contour moment. Isn't that what those kids call it, Allie, or not? I know it's kind of like a different term for something else, but if you don't add the ED, it's probably bad. We added the ED. All right, let's get some eyebrows on here. Good morning, Callie. What is shaking bacon? So at the Hobby Lobby, so you guys ask what I'm going to get. I don't think anybody asked actually, but I'm going to tell you. I've been obsessed with beading lately. I haven't beaded like within the last like week or something. I think the last time that I made necklaces was when I was at my parents' house a couple weeks ago. Pat was out of town for work. So I went to my parents' house it was honestly like 24 hours, but it was fun. Just to get out of the house, hang out with them for a bit. We had campfire pizza party, all the things. We didn't really have a party, but we had pizza from Domino's. It was a new one that we tried. So yeah, it was a good time. So yeah, that's the last time that I was making necklaces, but I want to do more of them. And you know, making a necklace is a lot of string of beads, so sometimes you have to get like 2 packs of beads to like make a necklace. So before I leave today, I need to go down and take a picture of all of like the beads that I have so I know like what I need. I went to Hobby Lobby maybe, I don't know, this, like maybe in the middle of August or something, and I got a bunch of beads stuff then. And then, yeah, but anyway, I know I've talked about this before. Good morning, Amy Lou. I go into hibernation in the winter because it gets so cold. So I was like, I need some fun like crafts and things to do. So that's gonna be what we're gonna do. Of course, like we'll do it beforehand, but I just need to be outside when it's nice and like enjoying the weathers and riding horses or sitting on the deck, hanging out, doing whatever outside. And then when it's like crappy outside, then you go inside and do crafts. Beans. Teeter beans. All right, so we're using our new brow gel. I'm obsessed with this. Are you too? Do you love brow gel? Oh, you do. Mom does too. You love your mom? Literally no sound. Oh, you do? You want to come see everybody? Well, come here, Mom, pick you up. So speaking of the barn kitties, we've technically had like 4. So back in almost a year ago, we found some kittens in our barn that were not ours. They were very feral. So I went and bought a live trap and nicely trapped them. They did not get hurt. Put them in a big dog kennel. We finally got the mom, and then I brought them to the animal shelter. So we like live in the town. So there's like an animal shelter here, and here's like the edge of the county. We live here on the other side. So it would just have been easier to go like to this animal shelter, but we don't live in that county, so I had to go and drive an hour the other direction to bring them. So I did. They were very stinky. They meowed the whole entire time because they were like, you know, scared, everything like that. So I dropped them off there, and they fixed all of that, or excuse me, I don't know if they were able to fix the kittens right away. They fixed the mom. They got the kittens in like a foster home, and then they adopted them all. We saw when they went up on the website, they all got adopted, all the things like that. So then they had asked if we would take the mom back because she's like extremely feral. And they're like, how did you even get her in this cage? And I was like, let me tell you, it was not easy. I said, for one, I work at a vet clinic, so I kind of know a little bit how to handle cats, but obviously I didn't touch her. It was just like the being quick about it and smart. And I did lose her once out of the trap because I left the other side of the door open, obviously not being smart. But anyway, so yeah, got her fixed, everything like that. And I'm gonna put this underneath my armpit right now to warm it up. So that we got her back. We kept her in her little kennel for a little bit just so that she could recover from her surgery, get used to us a little bit. We named her Carol Baskin. And yeah, then we released her in the barn and never really like saw her again. She is a very tiny, petite, like brown tabby, with like kind of a weird tail. It's kind of like like she's a short hair cat, but her tail's like a little fluffy and it has like a little like curve in it. You could see from like because we have a game camera in there and it goes to our phone so we can see like what's happening in there. Because honestly, we never see any of the cats like with our human eye. So yeah, she just kind of did her thing, and like we'll see her like every now and then, like, you know, in the different fields or whatever kind of thing. Haven't seen her in a while, but anyway. So then I adopted Watson Leroy. That's the orange one. Adopted him from the animal shelter. They had a bunch of ferals, so they were doing like free adoptions kind of thing. So I went there and picked him out. I was very like selective with the kind of barn cat that I wanted. So went there and talked to the animal shelter and everything. I did give them like a donation and stuff because I, you know, they obviously don't do that kind of stuff for free. Took him home, put him in this huge dog kennel that I thrifted because I want him to get used to us. It's not like a mean thing. Obviously, like we're like rescuing him, wanting him to have like a nice life. And okay, let's see what we're gonna do. I need to do like something different. I want to do like all the different eyeshadows, but I'm like, oh, what do I do? Okay, we're gonna do Spice It Up for right now. That was a Laudable stick shadow that I did underneath my eyes there. And then we're gonna do this color, Spice It Up, but I need to clean one of these quick. So yeah, then we let him out. I also put an air tag on him. Granted, he is feral, so me and Pat had to use my vet tech skills to help with that. He was actually a very good boy, but he just like does not like to be touched. So yeah, got that on him. So yeah, he was in the barn for till, was that like May? And then all of a sudden I got a notification one day that he was like miles away from our house in town. So interesting. So yeah, went there, found out that he was hanging out at this bar. And yeah, then he finally came back like a week later and he brought 2 cats with him. So he brought so he is a like a dark, fluffy, long hair orange cat. So like Taters, but like fluffy and very, very dark. Like Taters, he's like this color. He's so freaking cute. Oh, I just need to snuggle him. So yeah, then he brought an orange cat with him that's very skinny. I'm assuming probably has some kind of worms or whatever because we had seen some in the barn.
Unhealthy skinny, he's just feral cat skinny.
Okay, and Haas wants to add that he's not unhealthy skinny, he's just like feral cat skinny. Like he's not like Taters. He looks like Taters when we got him, you know, just like a slim. He's not, obviously not starving because we have food in the barn. Like if he needs to come eat, then they definitely do come eat. So this one's Carl Morris, named that one. And then, yeah, so he's like normal orange color, not like super dark, not super light. So yeah, so Carl Morris. And then we have a black one that has been coming in. I named that one, but I can't remember. I have to look on my thing. He hasn't been like in super often, so he didn't really get like a, you know, a set in stone name. And then we have this, no, we're not naming him that.
It's definitely Nighthawk.
His name is not Nighthawk. That is, no, we're not doing that. So then there has been another tabby, but not Carol Baskin. And I named that one Regina Sue. And I don't know if it's a girl or a boy. And I don't know if Carl Morris is a girl or a boy. All I know, obviously, Carol Baskin is a girl. She's fixed. And then Watson Leroy is a boy and he's fixed. So anyway, hopefully no more kittens. Because that was like not fun. That was actually like, I cried so much. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Jessica. Hello. It was just very like emotional because I'm like, everybody was like, you should keep all of them. Like I could not keep that many kittens like in our barn. Like they were just clawing up all of our things. And like, obviously like if you don't fix all of them, they're just going to be like inbreeding and crazy feralness. And it was going into like winter. And if they're not like used to, you know, being out in the cold, obviously like anything has to like adapt it. They don't just like pop out of the womb like ready to rock and roll outside for winter. But anyway, I gave them a chance that they could be inside cats. So that's what they did. Okay, so that was Spice It Up, and then we're gonna do a little bit of champagne bubbles, but I'm just wanting this to be like very like nicely like blended out. I don't want it to be like very dark or like vibrant, you know. So I'm just using a little bit on a brush here, and we're just going to like blend it out. Because I feel like sometimes the liquid shadows, everybody's like, oh my goodness, like there's so much, but literally you just blend them out and they're so freaking pretty. It's, I wouldn't say like orange tinged. It's has a little bit more of a warmness brown to it. So when I got my colors done, she had said that I'm more of like the warm tones. So I'm kind of between like a spring and an autumn. So anyway, she said that I look better with gold and all that versus like a winter or a summer. Those are more cool tones and like silver kind of thing. So I used to get my hair, my blonde, more cool, but then I just like didn't feel like myself. So then when I started doing my like warmer tone of it, which I just started doing 2 weeks ago, I'm like acting like I've been doing it for months. When I did do it, I was like, oh yes. So yeah, it does have a little bit more of a warm tone to it. More on the spectrum of like red versus like a like black or whatever, you know, whatever a cool tone color is. A cool brown. All right, I'm gonna use a little bit of eyeliner here. 3 days apart. Oh my goodness, Michelle. Aw. I know, Doug. I know. I would love another dog. But here's the thing that I have stuck in my head. So a lot of you guys probably don't know, or maybe you do know, we had a lab. So me and Pat started dating in 2010. So in 2011, I had got my lab, Ellie Mae. So of course there's like deodorant on this. Wipe that off there. So yeah, we had her when we lived in Ely. We brought her there. She was literally the best lab ever. She was 49 pounds. Like, it didn't matter what day it was, you just weighed her, and she was always 49 pounds. She was like the cutest lab ever. She listened really well. So yeah, she came to Ely with us. She'd always come in the boat with us. She'd come if we went ice fishing. She'd come on the 4-wheeler. We didn't have paddle boards back then, but I'm assuming if we had a paddle board, she'd be on there as well. So she'd always just be with us. And then we ended up getting Sterling in 2017, and it was like, she really liked Sterling, other than the fact of like Sterling being very like energetic and puppy like, and Ellie Mae was, you know, a little bit older at that point, but she still tolerated her well. And then yeah, I don't remember the exact like year, but anyway, we did not have Sterling that long, and Ellie Mae became paralyzed. It wasn't like any incident. It's not like Sterling jumped on her and like hurt her or anything. It's not that she had any kind of like event. It was just kind of like this slow like progression that happened. And yeah, it started happening in like May of that year. I believe it was 2018. Yeah, we must have had Sterling for like a year, I think. So yeah, she just became paralyzed. Like, her back end just slowly started like losing all of its function. And then by like the end of June, we had bought her a wheelchair. Had no idea like how it was going to work out. I work at a vet clinic, but it's just a very small vet clinic. Like, we don't deal with anything like that. So kind of asked the girls at work, and they didn't really have any expertise with like wheelchairs. So we just measured her up, ordered one off Amazon, and just put her in it, and she would fly around with that thing. But here's the thing with a dog with a wheelchair, like, they have to gain muscle. It's kind of like if you were on crutches, you know, like hopping around. You know, like, it's a lot of like upper body strength. Of course, hers wasn't upper, because you know what I mean, like the front body strength. So she would get tired in there, so we'd have to take her out of her wheelchair. But then all of a sudden she's like, oh, I want to go, and then she'd end up trying to like walk with her front end, and then her back end would end up dragging. So it was just a very long, hard process. But we wanted to, you know, keep her happy. It's like her head was still good, but you know, like, she was young. She was only like a 7, 8, and yeah, but it's like her body just like, yeah, wouldn't
wouldn't do it. So yeah, we had her in the wheelchair from June to November. So yeah, every single morning we'd have to wake up, run her out the door, put her in her wheelchair quick, and she would have to go to the bathroom. So she would just take the wheelchair right down the 3 steps, like boom, 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 and just go to the bathroom. And then we'd have to pick her up, bring her back in. So it was a lot of like lifting for us. And granted, I know she was only 49 pounds, but it was a lot. And then just if we like went out of town to like Pat's parents' cottage or my parents' house, you know, just a different house, different things like. And then she started losing function of her bladder as well, and she had gotten a couple UTIs and things like that, so it was just a struggle. So yeah, I would love to get another dog. It just, in my head, I just have it stuck that like when we got Sterling, that Ellie Mae just like went downhill. So I'm worried like if we get another dog that like Sterling's gonna go downhill. I don't know, I just have that stuck in my head. Because me being an animal lover, I'm surprised I don't have like 7 dogs. I know my husband wouldn't let me have that many dogs, but ouch. I feel like I just need a little darker blush. I'm just like not, I just need a little darker blush. Yeah, her name was gonna be Chloe because she was my first dog. She was kind of, my parents of course had like a graduation party for me and everything like that after high school, and I did get weird. We don't really do traditional things. I got a papasan chair. I like really wanted that, so they got me that. And my dad had gotten me this little like sterling silver necklace. It's not really like a heart, but it's kind of like an oblong heart, I guess you can say. It's like kind of what is the word? Abstract. So yeah, I don't know, like didn't really get like a graduation formal like present. Of course, like they had my graduation party and everything like that, but I had gotten her not too long after I graduated. So she was born in February. Like I graduated in like, you know, May, and then like the next year kind of thing. So I was begging my parents to get a dog, so my parents bought me her for kind of like my graduation present. And I think she was like $300. She had papers, not that we cared because we fixed her right after that. Not that the papers did anything. Well, I still have them. I would never get rid of them, but yeah. All right, and that was just our setting spray to help set all of my makeup. But I am like loving this eye look. So this is Spice It Up. I know this orange can look like very bold and like, you know, if you put it on, but if you just use a little bit. Honestly, this brush, the fluffy crease brush, is so good for it. And then a little bit of Champagne Bubbles. And I did use the liner shader brush. This liner, or what? No, this is the sponge, whatever brush. This part fell off, it's fine. Just used this a little bit, blended it out, and I love this. So good. And then of course the Twisted Mascara. Alrighty friends. Well, we are off to go get my truck. Obviously I have to get dressed first, and then off to Hobby Lobby to look for some beads and whatever else we can find. I know, are you excited? Taters is acting like he's going. Alrighty friends, well hope you have a great Friday, and I will chat with you guys later. If you need me to build you any kind of bundle, let me know, because if you get 3 goodies, you'll get the Illuminating Glow Primer for free. Anything is going to, if you add it to your cart, you'll see a discount applied and also free shipping. But if you add 4 items to your cart, of course, you'll get the free Illuminating Glow Primer, free shipping, and then 20% off your whole order, which is huge. So let me know if you need me to build you any kind of bundle. And then I also have a special site where I have other things. So like my perfume, we're actually gonna put this on today. This is Olgi, I think that's how you pronounce it. And we're gonna use a different one. Usually I like the Givery, but we're gonna use, what is another one that I really liked? Furrow. These are just like little samples. You get like a bigger bottle on my site, but you can put this in your cart as well, and they'll all ship in the same package, and they'll ship super quick. I don't want to put any on the back of my neck because I got acupuncture there yesterday. I what I was like thinking about it, and I was like, oop, no, don't do that. So this one's kind of like like florally, but like, I don't know the exact term. They do have like the cliff notes or the scent notes, whatever they're called. But that one I have rated 8 of 10 out of 10. But yeah, they're actually unisex, but I only feel like there's one that smells like a little bit more manly. Because I don't know if I'd want my man to smell like this, because this is pretty fruity tooty. But I also have my Banana White in there. That's my teeth whitening. And then Clean Skincare Club. I have those headbands that I wear for taking my makeup off at night. There's my Shala Women's Health Hormone Supplements. There's so many different things on there. But if you need any help putting together a little bundle, let me know and I can help a sister out. So, alrighty friends, I will chat with you later. Hopefully you have a great Friday and yeah, have a fun weekend. Bye!